Okay, so I asked any student who already watched the video regarding thinking tools, which is a tools to help us think about the product that we are designing, or even problem solving as well. Um, in the video also have idea selecting tools, which is the tools to help us design which idea we're gonna continue further with the next step. Okay. Hmm. There is another video about concept by Ajahn Bhatt. Okay. So your classmate, so mentioned that the mind map is a great tool to organize or categorize idea. By categorizing idea, we can focus on each specific area by making as branch. Okay, that we use mind mapping, right? We have the topic, and then we connect our idea, think about our idea, and record them. So it's easy for us to track back. Example of mind mapping, not only in problem solving, but also in literature review. When you go to, let's say, Web of Science, then you can see the branch of literature that they um, connect them as a map. Mhm. Or even organization chart, when you have the top management leader, and then they will have the chart of who responsible for what, right? And then if there is anything to if there is issue, then who you're gonna contact regarding the responsibility that each person need to taking care of. Okay, so that's about one of the thinking tools regarding mind map. Okay, thanks. So okay, and Jinapong mentioned about mind map is a general framework to organize and problem solving, I would say. Yeah. Oh, the page is like it's out of the page a little bit, but it's okay. A mind map is a drawing that help you organize idea. You start with one main idea in the center, and add branch for related idea. She or he mentioned about what if is another thinking tools. Is a way to think creatively by asking, what if you design the product in this perspective, right? Let me escape the big screen a little bit. Can I? Okay, because give me move up a little bit. Okay, now I can make it bigger. Ah, then you will find new idea, okay, regarding different topic of question. They have like set of question to ask you about your product design process, okay, or even problem solving process, yeah, as well. Usually when we have product, we may think of, if I have a normal water bottle, I have to open the lid and then drink the water. But then people like how to make it easier. Then, oh, okay, they put the straw, and then I can just open the top part, and then I can drink water from the water bottle like that, for example. Hmm. Uh, I got to learn about thinking tools. Normally, just use mind map in my head, but now I know several ways to do mind map and step by step for optimize mind map like Scamper. Okay, so Scamper is one of the two that have set of questions. Then we think about different questions to tackle the design process of our um, topic. Okay, so thanks May, and also thanks to Pattarapong. Anyone want to add anything? Let me see. So that's from 4 people. Okay. Anyone else already watch and then want to share something? Either in Thai or English, I could translate to your classmate too if you want to answer in Thai. อืมมีใครเพิ่มเติมอะไรไหมคะเกี่ยวกับวิดีโอ Let me look at the chat. Okay. In that case, Let me recapitulate. In addition to what you guys have shared, then, okay. Let's see. Share my screen. So today is our week 7. So first of all, I will recapitulate regarding the video, and then I will encourage you guys to create unique solution by using different thinking or cognitive tools. You will find information and choose your own problem for the individual assignment later on. First of all, we will have group assignment, but to practice using the tools, then I will have the individual assignment. I actually mentioned a little bit last week as well. Yeah. And then I will explain the final assignment topic. So that's the plan for today. Okay. Okay. Regarding the outline, yeah, I will review the video lesson, approximately 30 minutes. We already have done for like 5 minutes. You will practice using the thinking tools to increase the ability to think and then record as well with creative mind. It will assist you with creating unique features for your work. You will use these tools in the process of conceptual design and identity creation. So this is the title of the individual work on the LEB2. Next, I will explain the process of final assignment, and then I will have a table Google Sheet for you to schedule time for consultation next week and the following week. Regarding concept, okay, you have seen this Saturn, what do you call? Yeah, Saturn. So there are concepts that we select when we design product, okay? Through this concept, it helps us to create the uniqueness of the product, okay? Make it stand out is like it's have a uniqueness, okay? In the design perspective, concept refer to the idea or thought that guide the direction of the design for a particular project. Okay, you can see on the left is like gray, right? Earth tone. On the right is like look minimal to me and then look like modern. Okay, the modern art, the color, and the furniture. There are several ways to develop a concept. For example, you base on the design objective. What is the objective of this product? Which could be including functionality. It's like how we use it. Process of using it. Aesthetics, okay, beauty. Okay. To develop concept, one could drawing from belief as well, philosophy or symbolism. Okay, สัญลักษณ์ considering the distinct personality of the brand. Okay, when they launch the brand, they, for example, their dress, okay, they come with the personality as well. Even they select brand ambassador to share, to show off their product, okay, like advertise, I would say. For example, Balenciaga choose PP Grid as a brand ambassador, right? Prada choose Jalin as a brand ambassador, right? And there could be others, okay, but that's what I have recall. I remember Bilkin, he's a brand ambassador of one of the brand, but I just forgot the brand name. So that's that they advertise their brand through the personality or through brand ambassador. Okay. Design goal, okay, your concept have including the function of the product and also the beauty part of the product. Example, this chair, right? You can see if you want to use space for something else, then this chair could fold, not really fold, but like keep it together, right? But if you want to use the table, you can move it out, and then you can even put your leg here when you sit and then maybe watch cinema movie, right? So this is the function of this furniture. Okay, it's important in any type of design work. For example, a chair must be designed to sit comfortably and not causing pain. Okay, the font, even the font, when we select to read, I want to buy this book, you even look at the font. Okay, oh, the font is so easy to read and the wording is easy to understand. Remember Professor Christopher Whitney, when he prepared presentation slide, he chose the font, English font, that easy for people to read. He mentioned to me that there is one kind of symptom for a person that have difficulty to read the English alphabet. So there even people decide a font to prevent that to happen. Okay, so yeah, I got informed from him and I'm like, oh wow, you are very care teacher. Beauty. Okay. So as a human, we notice the beauty aesthetic of products. Okay. It's referred to the way a product looks and feel. Each person may have different perception about beauty and satisfaction. Appropriate composition can build beautifulness. So sometimes they could do like survey as well, like to see the overall feeling beauty of the product, right? For this picture of the chair, I noticed that it's smooth, looks smooth to me, no like rigid edge. It's not gonna hurt my hand when I put my arm down there. Like it looks soft, although it's hard material, wood, right? Yeah, but it look like curvy. Yeah, so that's one of the example of designing beauty. When we think about product, right, it could have two majority part. The first part is the object. What is the object? Let's say it is coffee shop. Okay. Then we have concept of the coffee shop, right? Could be you sipping, can be anything like coffee, tea, juice in the middle of the forest. Maybe one brand come into your mind in Thailand. If you have been there, yeah, when you get into the cafe, oh, it looks so green. With a focus on environmental conservation, this is a big part for a long time ago until now. Supporting local community and empowering local farmers. Any idea about the product? I think you already have, some of you might have the product in your mind. Okay. It is Cafe Amazon. Okay. So in Thailand, we have this brand of cafe, and have I seen near the Thonburi? Don't remember. But this one is in Ayutthaya. It's still central Thailand, but toward the north part. Okay, you need to get the train or drive up from Bangkok to Ayutthaya. I have been there, but very long time ago. So the design of the cafe is full of personalities, especially the decoration and atmosphere that emphasize the brand green space, both inside and outside. Okay, you can see the outside. Visitors are surrounded by big and small trees. It's like sipping could be any beverage in the middle of the forest. Have this, what do you call? Macaw? Parrot? I think raw material from villager. They have like a product from villager to sell in the cafe. and other province to make special drink menu. Oh, they mean, this mean the coffee or cocoa or juice. Yeah, they have a local product to sell, especially handmade product. I want to go there too. Maybe one day when I visit Ayutthaya, I could visit this cafe. They care about environmental conservation. For example, they're applying the concept of circular living by recycling leftover stuff. Their table, their shelf made from coffee pulp, not 100%, but like blend. Staff shirt and apron, ผ้ากันเปื้อน are made from recycled PET water bottle, polyethylene tetrate. I have read at University of California Merced Library building, so they have a sign mention that their carpet from, if I remember correctly, from Dow Chemical, they use the recycled plastic to blend with the material to make the carpet as well. They also have, this cafe also have the bio cups and straws made from biodegradable polylactic acid plastic, which they have mentioned that it's easier to decompose compared to different type of plastic. And it also, polylactic is like, if I remember correctly, it's a plant-based plastic. So instead of petroleum, make the plastic, right, pellet, but this one is plant-based. Okay. This one from the video as well. อาจารย์ Bart mentioned about bag, right? He mentioned about Switzerland. The brand, if I pronounce incorrectly, you can correct me, okay? I call it Freitag, okay? Yeah. So they have the concept of heavy duty, water resistance, bicycle. Somehow they use some part of bicycle, recycle, okay? So their product become this bag. You can see this truck, right? On the container, they have this sheet. What do you call? ผ้าใบรถ how do you call? But yeah, this sheet, they cut it into the pattern, like on the bottom left here. So they draw the pattern. Okay, this how much you're gonna cut the size, right? Measure, and then you cut, and then they use the sewing machine to sew the bag together, right, into this bag pattern. The difficult part is also like cutting part and then sewing, right? And then I like this picture a lot. They use the, what do you call, the handle of the bag, but they use the seat belt, the car belt, okay, to make this part when we hold our bag, right? And then for the inner part of the bicycle tire, when we have bicycle tire, right, we have outer part that is that is touching the road, right? But the inner part, they use it to make this edge of the bag, right? The black color here. Okay. And yes, and then so they reuse, I would say, reuse the material. Okay. So it's a great idea. And it's heavy duty as well. I saw many people actually when I go to like Siam, or when I'm on the SkyTrain in Bangkok. Yeah, I saw people wear it, use it. Okay, before I move on to this concept here, I would like to recapitulate other point that have mentioned, that Ajahn Bart mentioned in the video a little bit. Let's say. So Ajahn Bart mentioned about design concept. First of all, he mentioned about Terminal 21. Have anyone been there? I think many Thai people have been there, but I'm not sure, like for international students, whether you have been to Terminal 21. There are two branches now in Param Sam and also in the Asok. The Asok is the first one. Huh? Oh, in Pattaya as well. My mom said, okay, my bad is 3. Uh, the Asok one that I have been, they have different theme from different countries. For example, they have San Francisco on the 6th floor or something. Yeah, but they have the theme. They have the Golden Gate Bridge, the model one. Okay. And their restroom, they decorate into different themes as well. So that's how they convey the concept of their mall. Okay. And their canteen on the probably 6th floor, they have like canteen. The cost is not too high as well. I think they subsidize the cost. อาจารย์บาส mentioned about watch. Okay, นาฬิกา เนอะ he mentioned about Rolex that they have concept for different career. For example, pilot or air hostess, right? So they can wear this watch when they travel to different country, and then they need to adjust the time, right? They will have this red arrow to tell เวลากลาง to tell the time central time. Okay. And they also have watch for submarine to approximate the time of the the oxygen tank, how much we gonna have left, right? So we need to get up onto the boat, okay, while we like diving down in the water, right, in the ocean. They have the watch that prevent the magnetic wave, but this one probably have to use in the laboratory or something like that. Watch for car racer, okay, can stopwatch like that. They have like a, what do you call, compass, right? For example, this one, I can click the compass mode, and then I can look, okay, this side is north, this side is south. So this also helped me to see, oh, the bird in the morning go to the south, and in the late afternoon they go back to the north, like that. Okay, so that's some of the concept that they design a product. Okay. He also mentioned about bird. He mentioned about bird of paradise, one of the project. I have seen the video. If you're interested in wildlife, you can search like bird of paradise. So it's a sponsor project to go to Papua New Guinea, or in short, is New Guinea. The bird, the color are vibrant, and they like dance in a way that I never seen from the bird in the Bangkok doing that before. And human learn about their color to make a costume or to make a dress. Okay. He also mentioned about the skin of the crocodile. It's like rough skin, right? And then there is a tribe, ชนเผ่า that men try to make the skin look like a crocodile, but it in my opinion is scary. I don't like that. To make he look feminine, he look masculine, look like, oh, I'm strong, like that. He mentioned about Amazon product. I have heard that Amazon try to have product from alphabet A to alphabet C, like try to have varieties of product. And their slogan is that when the customer receive the product, it make them smile, like that. Okay, so that recapitulate regarding concept. Okay. Now let me move on to this one, the concept of restaurant of mistaken order. Before I turn on the video, I would like to share about their concept first. So let me summarize here. It was opened in Tokyo. The waitress are elderly people with dementia รู้จักไหม dementia อาการสมองเสื่อมเนาะ The aim is to raise public awareness about dementia. Therefore, customers who visit the restaurant must accept that they might get the food that they did not order. Okay. Shiro Oguni, a Japanese television director, found this business to change public perception of the elderly and individual with cognitive impairments. Impairment คือการเสื่อมถอยไปเนาะ Condition that affect memory, learning, and communication skill. He got the idea when he visited a nursing home. He ordered a burger, but was instead served dumpling by an elderly staff member. At first, he want to change it, right? He want his order, but then he changed his mind. He realized it was a minor mistake. He can eat it, right? So he respect the server for continuing to work despite physical and cognitive challenge, and decided to accept the meal as a gesture of appreciation and respect. This restaurant first opened in 2017 with approximately funding in to their project. Okay, like this much. It unique concept attract eager investors, allow it to continue operating to this day. But I search it is not operate anymore. However, launching the business was not an easy task. Extensive planning and assistance from experts. For example, restaurant operation expert, interior design expert, social welfare, and dementia care expert. It is crucial to bringing the project to life. The collaboration of different organizations dedicated to support dementia patients also play a key role in making this initiative reality. Okay, so let's watch this video together. Let me stop share this first because I need to share the sound. Regarding the mind mapping, I will not recapitulate on it because you have available information on the video on LEB2 already, and some of you already practiced using it before. So I will recapitulate Scamper tools and the other tools. Okay. So first of all, the Scamper tool, how we're gonna use it, right? Later on, I will let each group of 5 to 6 people, I will let you guys choose one tools to practice using it. You can select any product to practice together as a team. You could think of product that is nearby you or you use it before. Okay, try not to use product that you haven't used it. Okay, it's easier to decide a product that you have used it. So just one thinking tools that you will practice using it. In addition to thinking tool, later on, I will recapitulate on the idea selecting tools. Please also use one of the idea selecting tools as well. So they are different, okay? Thinking tools, one. Idea selecting tool, the other one, okay? So this is the first thinking tool that I will recapitulate regarding Scamper, okay? So S stand for substitute, replacing, removing some part and replace it with something else. Okay, substitute, แทนที่เนอะ Combination, C, combine with something else in order to achieve the desired result. Okay, I will have some example later on. Okay, but this one I just want to go over the meaning of each alphabet. Adapt or adoption, involve incorporating or bringing in other things to adapt and address existing problem or answer questions that the original solution cannot handle. Yeah, adapt. M, modification, to change, right? Either to enlarge it or to reduction it. M is a magnify, is to make it bigger. Minify is to make it smaller. Not really the size always, but it could be the quantity as well, like volume. Okay, think in that way. You can thought the clear example that in my mind is a hard disk drive. It used to be as big as a loom, but then later on, it's become smaller due to the process. For example, nanotechnology, lithography, and other process involved to make it smaller, but still can store big, large capacity. Okay. I heard a person join, maybe disconnect or then just join. Right now, I'm recapitulate on Scamper tools. Okay. P, put to other use, using an object for different purpose. Okay, maybe you use it in one purpose, but then maybe you think about how can, for example, when people wanna go to the space, right? They have to design way to communicate. So they decided to build the walkie-talkie, but later on it is a fundamental background for telephone, for example, like that. So first of all, you use it for one purpose, and then with that technology, we can use it for different purpose. Eliminate, E. Is there anything that we don't need to use and then we eliminate it? Okay. Rearrange, involve altering the sequence of operation or changing the orientation of something. This one, I give example regarding language. So I asked one of my friends, how do you study English? And then she said she used similar to the way of re-engineering. So she learned about how people use English in daily life before she worry about grammar. So she tried to practice by listening to the song, listening to the cinema movie, and then she learned how people talk to each other. Then she practiced saying it, right? Practice using it. And then later on, she could learn about reading, writing. Okay. My Professor Waini, right? He mentioned that to learn about grammar, you can also go back to read Harry Potter. Okay, you can read the book and then see that grammar from the reading. It's helped me actually, yeah, when I read or when I listen to the news. Oh, this is how they use the sentence, for example. Yeah. So that's an example of rearrange, re-engineering. Okay, like see backward, sometimes see backward. Okay. This slide is to help us ask question to ourselves when we wanna find the idea regarding substitute. We could also ask ourselves, could we modify the process or procedure? Okay, that's example of question. Could we use composite material or chain raw material? So this one, I would say you could ask this also, but don't worry too much if you are not like material scientist that okay, you know the material very well and then you have tools to design. So for this class, I would say if you know about the material, you can propose it. But if you don't know much about it, you can ask different questions. Okay. But I think nowadays we can search as well if we want environmental friendly material, then you can type that, you can write about that too. Another example could be, let's say, adapt. Could the information from different fields of study be used in the project? At that time, I was a graduate student and I have another person who is my mentor. He's a PhD student at that time. So he told me that he tried to read articles from different fields to learn about how different fields explain the process. For example, he read about foam formation. Then he can adapt it to explain the model of asphaltene. For example, asphaltene is the precipitation of the crude oil when there are when the environment is changing. Okay, so he studied with different technique like X-ray technique, and then when he wanna explain about the model, he could apply what he have learned from different field to explain the mechanism. Okay, so that's another example. So this slide, I will send the slide to you, but if you want to screenshot it, you could. Okay, because it helps you to ask question to design your product. When you use the Scamper method. Okay. Then I will move on to the template of the Scamper. When I provide template to you, it will look like this. Okay, so you could type the idea down. In the past, students asked me, teacher, do I need to write all of them? I said, no, you can write the idea that is come up or like within the time limit, right? Let's say 5 minutes. You're gonna do the brainstorming on Scamper, then just give yourself 5 minutes. When the 5 minutes is done, then you move on to the next step. Okay, but for this one, I think 5 minutes would be enough. But for your individual work, maybe you allow yourself for 10 minutes to brainstorm, for example. And when you write the idea, you could, since you will need to select your idea, right? Because let's say you have 10 ideas. Later on, there will be a idea selecting tools. So you could name it like S1, S2, something like that, so that you could identify your idea number. Okay, so that's suggestion. So this will be template that I put on Canva. You can duplicate them because it will be group of 5 to 6 people. Okay. Yeah, you will need to duplicate them to use it. This is example of how I use it. In the middle, I put the product title. It should be in English. It's a washing machine. For let's say substitute, right? I think an idea of like, could I switch from electricity to human power cycling on a bicycle instead of using electricity? So that's substitute, right? Substitute with mechanical from human riding a bicycle and then make the washing machine rotate, for example. Or let's say combine. Can I combine washing, spinning, and drying all combine in a single machine? So I write it down, right? Although this idea combine is not unique anymore because Samsung, I saw from Samsung already did that. It's already available. It could be other brand as well, but that's the one that I saw. Okay, but still, I wrote it anyway. Okay. Eliminate. Could I remove the component responsible for retaining the washing water? What if we don't use water? Let's say, okay, but then I need to think about if I'm not use water, then what I gonna use, right? It's difficult. Yeah, since I was born, it's like I always wash with water. Eliminate the button that necessitate multiple steps to press. Oh, okay. Used to be we need to press many buttons. Can we just press one button like that? Okay, so these are example of how I use Scamper method to think about my product design. The next thinking tool is what if. Okay. Yeah, of course your team can pick either Scamper what if or the other one that I will explain. Or you could pick mind map as well. Okay, I don't mind, but you will need to make the template. Okay. What if similar to Scamper, but there are 4 major questions. Okay. The first question is opposite of what was expect or anticipate. Let's say the washing machine, opposite to nowadays, or like could be not using electricity is opposite as well, because nowadays we use electricity, right? Yeah. What if I have a washing machine that does not use electricity, for example? Scarcity. Oh, I'm sorry. Scarcity not necessary or not mandatory. Can we remove something like that? Or abundance. Can we have a lot of that? Like abundance, มีเยอะ สมบูรณ์ Or can we add something? Okay. Crazy or weird idea is like unusual, peculiar thought that are exceptional, humorous. Okay. Extreme simplicity, make everything as easy as possible. Okay, so as I gave example of the water bottle, right? Can we have the straw? We don't have to open the lid. We just open the tiny straw and then we can just drink it. Is a extreme simplicity. Simplify it. So this is the template. Okay, you can use the template on Canva that I made. You can just duplicate it if you want to use what if too. Okay. This is an example of how we could use it. So I put the product in the middle. What if it can move nowadays, like stationary, right? It's just stay there. But why we want it to be moved? But no. What if it is lightweight nowadays, so heavy, like more than 10 kilogram, I would say, because it have like pump as well, right? No, pump is outside. No, it's not include pump, but it have like metal part, right? To rotating. What if the washing machine can be used with other source of energy, right? Okay, so this could be change. So this is an example of how we could use what if tools. Random words. This one have step to use. Okay, listen carefully. If you decide to use these tools, random word. First of all, you select product first. Okay, which product your team gonna practice with these thinking tools. Then you write outline and constraint. You outline about what you're gonna design about that product. Okay. For example, the outside structure, how it look, and the process of how it works. Okay. Any constraint? Is there any constraint on the size? ขนาด เนอะ Is there a constraint on the budget? Something like that. Okay. Then you select a word or a phrase วลีก็ได้เป็นคำก็ได้ that is not related to the topic คำอะไรก็ได้ เนอะ You can randomly select from even dictionary, but I would suggest select the word that you can branch it out. Okay, for example, you select the word rock, หิน rock. Then you can think about, oh, it's strong, it's hard, it can slide. Okay, think the word that you can connect it with different words. Okay, it's like the main word, and then you can write the characteristic of that word. Okay, then you generate idea related to the word. Okay, after that you integrate the idea to the product, the outline one that you outline. Okay, let me give example and show the template to you here. So you write your product. Okay, you write your outline of what you want to design and the constraint. You design, you select the word. Okay, and then from here you write this word in the middle, and then you branch it out regarding the characteristic of that word or what you thought of about that word. Okay, from the branching word, right? The word that you branch it out, you will need to imagine and integrate into the outline that you want to design. Okay, let me give example. Washing machine. Okay, the outline are the texture and color of the washing machine, the system of machine operating. Okay, so that's my plan. And then I select the word rock. So I put the word rock in the middle. Then I branch out from the word rock. Oh, it could be cold when we touch the rock. It is hard when we like try to compress it. It's hard. It's rough. The surface is rough, even though I see smooth too, but it's okay. Rough. The rock could be heavy, right? The big one. The rock that could be rock sliding. It's dangerous actually. Give it like a cliff or something. Then I integrate the idea into the product. The texture of washing machine is rough, which is similar to the texture of rock. The color is black, which can be decorated as a part of a garden in a house. So it's not looking like a washing machine. Okay. The machine operating system is continuously, it's like sliding flow. The machine operate the washing and drying process. So it's like continuous. So this is example of how we generate ideas from words and characteristic words. Okay. So from here, you get this summary of your design. So you could name it number 1, idea number 2, and then you can bring it to the idea selecting tools later on, like which idea you're going to choose. Are you going to choose all of them? Or is there any idea? Tell the reason why you choose this idea, for example. Okay. Okay, before I shift the gear to the idea selecting tools, so that's an example of thinking tools that you could use. Each group pick just one thinking tools, okay? Now I will move on to the idea selecting tools. Shift the gear, okay? Shift the gear. เปลี่ยนเรื่องนะ After you think many idea, all right, you record them. Then this is the tools to help you design which idea you're gonna choose. Okay. First of all, you create choice, right? Many ideas. Then you're gonna make choice or design. Decide, this one is to make decision. Which idea are you gonna use? All of them? Are you gonna use some of them? Which one and why? Like that. Okay. This one we have been using, I believe, is a pro and con, right? Pro. When we think about pro, I provide set of questions so that you could ask yourself. For example, what are the advantages of this idea? How does it benefit us? Okay. What business benefit does this idea offer? The advantage of it. And how does it give us a competitive edge over the others? Okay. Strength. What are the strengths of this idea that can give us that help us and the team provide additional capability or unique features? Okay. Strength is not only for product, it's also for us as well. Actually, we could analyze our strength and weakness, or we could also ask people who work with us regarding our strength and weakness as well. Value. This idea holds value and has the potential to create value for others. Whom can we share it with? And what is the word of this idea? What is the word? It's like value added, right? When, for example, my sister, when I apply to a university, they have question, the professor have question, like they put raw material on the table, like egg, galangal is a herb, or is what do you call? Ka, in Thai. Okay, so my sister select Kalangao. And then she explained to the professor that she can make it into Kalangao soup with chicken or something. And then the professor asked the process of it. And then she explained the ingredient and then the process, for example, is a value added, right? So instead of selling Kalangao, just the piece of root raw material, then we can make it into soup. Okay. Con. When you implement this idea, what potential risk may arise? Are there any unforeseen danger we should be aware of? Okay. So risk could be something that prevent a person from getting from point A to point B. Okay, so something that prevent us. Risk should be something related to danger. It's not safe to do. We will lose something, even life, right? Disadvantage. If we proceed with this idea, what are the trade-offs or comparison we might have to forego? If we pursue this idea, what weakness or shortcoming might we unintentionally overlook or neglect? If we proceed with this idea, what potential challenge or issue might it introduce for us, our team, or the implementation process? Okay. So these are a set of questions that we could ask when we choose the idea. When you compare 2 or 3 different ideas, you could find the pro and con of each idea, and then you select the one that you decide that this pro is worthwhile pursue. Easy. Even you can use in your life for other things as well, not only regarding product design. This is another thinking idea selecting tools. When you have different ideas, okay, you can number them. Okay, let's remember the scamper is like substitute idea number 1. You can make decision of, first of all, let me explain the axis first. Y-axis is the positive impact. The top here is high positive impact. The bottom here is low positive impact. Okay. Whenever you have a plot, always write down the y-axis and x-axis. Okay. X-axis is implementation. Is it easy to implement or is it difficult to implement? Okay. Difficult could mean you will need research and development. For example, if I want to use washing machine with battery, I will need to research on what is the capacity of battery that I gonna connect with the washing machine. Okay. Although it have high positive impact because because we may use it in the area without electricity, let's say. Okay. But then we still need to research on the detailed information when we're gonna use it. When we use this idea selecting tools, it is not required to use every number or every box here. Your idea that you create, although it might be 10 idea, but it may be in just some of the box here. Okay. So you don't have to put your idea in every box. Okay. Because I noticed in the past there are students that put in every box for me. Okay. But usually when we're gonna select idea to continue to the next process or something, usually we select either, let's say like quick win, okay, it's a high positive impact, it's easy to implement, or it could be like moderate implementation, even breakthrough. Sometimes we pick the breakthrough one as well, although it's hard, but it have a high positive impact. Sometimes we pick the project one. We allow ourselves some time and then we observe the result, okay? But we not pick the low priority, like it have low positive impact and it's very difficult to do. Okay, so usually we not bother to continue with this low priority idea. This is example of how I use both thinking tools and then idea selecting tools. So I number them, as you can see here, and then I analyze them. I would say, okay, let's say number 5, right? What if the washing machine can be used with other source of energy? Oh, other source of energy, okay. Then it could be have a high positive impact, but it is difficult to find what source of energy I'm gonna use and how I'm gonna connect them together. And then that might be need a trial and error of how it works. Is it efficient like that? Okay, so it is. So I decided it is in the breakthrough box here. Okay, it's difficult to implement, but it also have high positive impact. Okay. Or let's say, what if we could press a button, then the machine could operate? So this could be like a project to practice using it. And, oh, I'm sorry. And the impact is like moderate, okay, moderate positive impact. Okay, so this is an example of how you use thinking tools and then you analyze them. Then for the individual assignment later on, please also select which idea you would like to propose. So here I picked 3 ideas. The first one is, what if we could press a button and then machine could operate? What if the machine could wash and dry consecutively? What if the washing machine can be used with other source of energy? Okay. So these are 3 ideas that I select based on the analysis that I have done. Okay. And then I find image or I make a collage image, right? Use collage. No? So I decided this washing machine can be used with riding a bicycle, and we have option of using like one button and then just let it wash the clothes. The concept of it is like, okay, we could press just one button. It can be used with mechanic from human labor. It could wash and dry consecutively. We might need to have a chemical that help the drying process, for example. So this is example of the individual work. For the work that I will let you guys practice in a group, you don't have to have a picture. It's okay, just practice using the idea thinking tools and then use the idea selecting tool, okay? For each group, okay? You can decide which thinking tool you're gonna use, which idea selecting tool you're gonna use, okay? Okay. Additionally, the idea selecting tools have this one as well, the must and want criteria. Let me expand a little bit here. For the must criteria, you will need some criteria for your product. For example, I have like idea A to idea F, right? And then the first criteria could be, is the idea along the line with the company? If it's an organization or company, you will have like policy. Is it along the line with the policy of the company, of the business? Okay. If it meet, then okay, you check yes. Is the idea meet with the business strategy of the company? Okay, so we need to check, oh, this idea does not meet with the company strategy, then this idea will not further continue. Is it safe? Okay, you need to assess the safety measure. Okay, is it meet the legal, what do you call? Is it legally to do? In other words, okay, you need to check the legal document and then you compare. Okay, is it meet the legal document here? Is the funding, the constraint regarding the funding and then the budget, is it meet the budget? Okay. Is it possible to do by our company? Okay, so then you need to check box. If not, then you might need to do, what do you call, OEM, but I forgot the full name. But then you need to hire other company to do it, right? Like that. So if idea that pass all of them, then it will be continue to assess with one criteria. Okay. ถ้าผ่าน must criteria ถึงไป one criteria. Regarding one criteria, you could give score to them. Let's say, is it give the customer satisfaction? Oh, idea A is like give like 10 for customer satisfaction, but this one you may need survey, right? Let's say Sushiro, they have survey for us. Oh, what is the satisfaction regarding what do you like about Sushiro? Let's say, oh, food, about service, like that, right? So you need survey to actually give a proper score to it, actually. Would you open new target group? Is it have a creativity include in the product of this idea? Can it be used in different business? Okay. Can it develop into another business? Can it build the brand of the organization or the business? Is it meet sustainability policy? Very important. Sustainability คือการความยั่งยืนเนาะ Then you combine the score. Then you pick, maybe could be the first one and then the second one, like that, right? When you propose the plan, then you will be able to tell, this is the highest score one. Okay, you prioritize them. This will be the first idea that you practice or prototype them. เริ่มทำก่อนเริ่มทำอันนี้ก่อน So this example of how you use this idea selecting tools. Okay, so I will let you guys practice using them so that I could provide feedback if you have difficulties or if you're not sure somewhere before I let you guys do the individual work. Okay, let me stop here and